أدراك ما الطارق النجم الثاقب إن كل بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والسماء والطارق وما أدراك ما الطارق النجم الثاقب إن كل نفس لما عليها حافظ فلينظر الإنسان مما خلق من ماء دافق
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. In this video, inshallah, we're gonna do some reflection on this chapter, Surah Al-Tariq, chapter called Al-Tariq. First, we have the name of the surah, Surah Al-Tariq. What Al-Tariq means? What's the word Al-Tariq means? And Al-Tariq, it's an Arabic word, has so many meanings, and this is why, subhanallah, Allah chose Arabic language to reveal the Quran with, because one word in Arabic, it could have so many meanings, and all of those meanings Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants them to be understood. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and here we're talking about what's called al-ayat al-mutashabihat, because you all know that the Quran has different kind of ayat, different kind of verses. There is some verses called al-ayat al-muhkamat, which is linked to the aqidah and to the ahkam, and there's other verses they called verses al-ayat al-mutashabihat. What's the ayat al-mutashabihat? It has more than one meaning, because the word is being used here has more than one meaning, like the word At-Tariq. You see? So the Muhkamat, which is linked to the Aqidah, to the Creed, to the Ahkam, it only has one meaning. Like what? Give us an example of the Ayat Muhkamat. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. This has to do with the creed, with the aqidah. It cannot have more than one meaning. It's only one meaning. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one. He didn't begotten. He doesn't have a son. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. Surah Al-Ikhlas. It's ayat muhkamat. Only has one meaning. Maybe has different meaning? No. The word, it all melt to the word in Arabic. We call it al-mufrada. Al-mufrada في اللغة العربية. the single word in Arabic, like the word طارق. That's a single word in Arabic, طارق. But what does this single word mean? In the Arabic language, the word طارق in the Arabic language, it means, as the Arab used to say, if anyone comes at night, to them, they say he's طارق, because he appeared at night to them, so he's طارق. What appears at night? What appears after the sun set? That's called طارق. العرب تسمي كل ما جاء بالليل طارقا. So the Arabs call, and how do we know this meaning? From studying the Arab language. In لسان العرب, القاموس المحيط, غريب القرآن. So there is so many dictionaries, Arabic and Arabic, we could know the meaning of that one single word, like طارق. Okay, so what appears at night, that's طارق. What's other meaning for طارق? الداق. This sound is called طارق. That's another meaning for the word طارق, which is the knocker, who knocks on the door. The knocker, that sound, you see this sound? That's sound of a طارق. Someone is knocking on the door. That's another meaning for the word طارق. You see, like a lot of translations in English, they translated the first meaning, but they didn't translate the second meaning of the word طارق. Like here I have a book, it's translated, they translate والسماء والطارق, by the heaven, and الطارق, the night comer. Why they say the night comer here? So they took the first meaning of the word الطارق, but they didn't take the second meaning too. And this is when you translate to English, you lose a lot of information. So that's why I'm making this video. Maybe inshallah somebody will benefit, from the other meaning. And we will see how Arabic language is very deep and it's very wide. And wallahu a'lam, this is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala choose the Arabic language. Maybe Allah, because He wants all of those meanings, because all of them make sense. All of them make sense, as you will see now. Like Allah, so Ibn Abbas says, وَالسَّمَاءِ وَالطَّارِقِ. Ibn Abbas says, it's wherever knocks in the heaven. Wherever, he says in Arabic, ما يطرق في السماء هو كل ما يطرق في السماء. But he didn't mention which meaning of a طارق. Is it the knocker or is it the appears? Ibn Abbas didn't mention. He said هو كل ما يطرق في السماء. Then Allah asked Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, وما أدراك ما الطارق? Oh Muhammad, how do you know what's knocking in the heaven? Then the answer comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that what's knocking in the heaven, النجم الثاقب. Now here the Mufassirin, they differ on what's the meaning of النجم الثاقب. Some of them they say it is a star, هو نجم بعينه, and some of them they said هو it is a kind of a star, اسم الجنس, النجم الثاقب. We go back to the Arabic word. Najm means star. But what's thaqib means? Think with me. What's the word thaqib means in Arabic language? When I say thaqib, it means penetrate. Thaqib has a meaning of penetrating, to go through something. And that's a meaning of the word thaqib. It's a correct meaning. Is there any other meanings for the word thaqib? The answer is yes. When I say نظر ثاقب, it means he has a strong and sharp vision. Strong and sharp. So thaqib means penetrating, going through something, penetrating the sky, penetrating the something, and it means thaqib means strong and sharp. So if we see the tafsir, like most of the translation, they went with the first meaning. But if we go with the second meaning, it's still true. It's a valid meaning, describing celestial object in سماء الدنيا, describing a star in سماء الدنيا. If we go with the second meaning, like if we take the meaning of طارق, which is the knocker, and we take the meaning of ثاقب, which is strong and sharp, actually that's a description of what's called the pulsar. That's how did you get that? By taking the second meaning of the Arabic word linguistic. And Allah knows, subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's the most knowing. He knows that this word has two meanings. When He revealed the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He revealed the Quran to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, He knows that this word thaqib has more than one meaning. So at the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, they understood the first meaning. At our time, we understand the second meaning. 1,000 years from now, the people will come, they will understand different meaning. Why? Because Allah could see through time. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He sees through time, and He could describe so many phenomena in the universe with 2-3 words, and all of them correct. So والسماء والطارق, by taking the second meaning, والسماء والطارق وما أدراك ما الطارق النجم الثاقب, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swears by what's knocking in the heavens, and oh Muhammad, how do you know what's knocking in the heavens? وما أدراك ما الطارق, Then the answer comes from Allah, النجم الثاقب. It is a star very sharp and very strong in its characteristics. And that's true. All the characteristics, all of the properties of the pulsar, they are very strong. Chemical properties, physical properties, they are very sharp. Subhanallah al-Azim. So النجم الثاقب, you could take the first meaning and which is correct, and you could take the second meaning and it's correct, and it is the verse from the mutashabihat. What mutashabihat means? It could have more than one meaning. So jazakumullahu khayran. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if it took me too long to explain it, but as you see, Arabic language, you know, it's fun, it's enjoyable when you dig into it. So jazakumullahu khayran. Assalamu alaikum.